General aspects of animal hygiene on dairy farms, description of the most important housing technology systems, and examples of effective husbandry factors on the performance of health of dairy cattle. The most important housing technology systems, so the housing systems are free-ranging and closed housing. Closed housing can be divided into stalls and free stalls. The tie stalls have short stalls, medium stalls, and long stalls, and the free stalls have cubicles and straw yards. The housing should be between 5 to 15 degrees Celsius, and there should be dry bedding and protection. For free-range housing, or pasture, it's good for dry cows and young stock. However, weather conditions should be good enough. And you need fences, feeding places for additives like rations, water access, and a shaded area. There should also be a nearby crush to restrain the animals for treatment. A tied stall system is less and less frequent these days. It's more labour intensive and it's less economical. In this case, total mixed rations is not really possible because of the structure, and it's not optimal for foot health. Free stalls or loose keeping systems are the most futuristic and most developed technology to this day. Straw yards are more animal friendly. However, they're more labour intensive and they need a lot of bedding. One dairy cow needs around 10 kilograms of bedding a day. Cubicles are the most common. They're good for resting and they keep animals separate from each other, which makes them feel better. However, you need a very long building and proper cubicle size. You can have double or single cubicles, and you need good bedding as well, such as straw or mattresses or sand. However, cubicles can have perching cows, where their forelimb is on the cubicle, but their hind limb is hyperextended, and this can lead to ulcers on the hind limb, which is discomfort. There can be special barns for dry cows, close-up, calving maternity units, fresh cows, and hospitals. So in an artificial environment, the animals go from being in a wide open pasture into a barn, which decreases their movement. And the soil that they stand on, they're now standing on concrete, which causes lameness and hoof diseases. Artificial environments increase stress, lameness, hoof disease, and abnormal behaviour. For artificial genetic selection, cows go from producing milk for calves only to producing as much milk as possible. This can lead to genetic disorders, anatomical changes and behavioural changes, and negative energy balances, as well as silent heat and dystocia increasing. For artificial nutrition, cattle go from eating grass, woody shoots and herbs to being on a mono diet with more energy and more protein. And cattle go from having fresh water access to selected water spots, which increases competition. This can cause stress, and as a result, all these problems can cause metabolic diseases, stress to increase. And in the wild, cattle go from being with other cattle of different ages to aged grouping. And they were also able to avoid dominant animals. However, this is not possible in overcrowded barns. These changes lead to aggression, hierarchy, stress, and fights.